Hey everybody, Brannon Beliso here. Good morning, good morning. It is a rainy day here in California. I'm standing in an empty house. I don't know if you can see it, but we're in the process of remodeling our home. And we've moved out, we've relocated, and this is a new experience for us and my family. But I can tell you what I'm grateful for is my team, which in this case is my wife, who's very supportive and is trying to help fulfill the vision patiently most days, being very patient with me. But I think the big thing I'm learning from that, I've said it before, you don't have to know to go. We've lived here for 12 years. We've never had to move out. So to go through that process of relocating, doing all the different moving parts, I can't do it alone. My team that supports me, my sister, my wife, everybody that's making this happen, the contractors. But I have a very clear vision. And whatever I don't know, I learn. And I think that's what I'm trying to share. I was talking this morning with a great man, Scott. We were discussing the personal development aspect of the martial arts. I think what's going to help everybody, because I know it helps me, is that if I live in the mindset of personal development for me is really, really crucial to everything that I do. And it helps me a lot. I read everything like Brene Brown's Dare to Lead. I just finished that. Mel Robbins' The 5-Second Rule. Right now, I'm reading The Art of Happiness by the Dalai Lama. And the one thing I was reminded of, especially when it comes to Buddhism, is that suffering is a part of life. And the Dalai Lama says this really well. It's easy to be great when things are going your way. Can you be great when life is difficult? That's what builds character. That's what makes us better people, right? Or we become cynics and we give into that suffering. But I think in a Western culture, we tend to look at suffering as this god-awful thing. So what do? We drink, we do drugs, sex, social media, too much TV, anything to stay away from that pain. But if we embrace that pain as part of life, because it's going to happen, people will die, we will get sick, we'll have financial hardships, relationships end. That's just life. But we have this need to just, pretend it doesn't exist. And it does. So we can embrace things like suffering with a deep sense of love, with a deep sense of acceptance, with a deep sense of humility. Then suffering loses its power. And I've witnessed that with certain people I've seen in my lifetime pass away because of cancer and different things. Some have such dignity and embrace and accept life in that moment for whatever it is with such humility. And that's powerful. And that's really powerful. And it's a lesson to be learned. Cool? So you entrepreneurs, you small business owners, or just, people, we will suffer, and suffering is a part of life. So let that be no bigger or no less than happiness, joy, or anything else. Simply embrace it for what it is, accept that it's part of life, and be okay with that. Be okay with that. I find when I'm going through challenging times in my business that to be able to embrace that process as no different than eating a bowl of cereal has been really powerful for me. The reason I'm able to take chances and deal with my failures as well as my successes, because there's no high or no low. It's all like this to me. It's all very even. It's all part of the process because I have a very clear vision on what I want my life to look like 3 to 5 years down the road. But even more so, I'm heavily invested in my personal development, my understanding of me. And I don't mean that in a narcissistic, egotistical way, because when I pull back my own covers and I got to take an honest look, I don't often like what I see, but can I embrace what I don't like, and love that part of me and accept that part of me? Because that is the path to personal growth. Shaming myself, blaming myself for my past behaviors or what I don't like about me is not going to help me solve it. I say to my team all the time, if I spend the same energy that created the problem to solve it, it'll never happen. It will never happen. So I need to approach the things that I don't like the most about myself in that process of self-development with a deep, deep, deep sense of love, with a very deep, deep sense of humility, except even gratitude. Be grateful for my shortcomings. Be grateful for my challenges in life, because all of those different things is what got me to who I am today. Cool? All right. So who's going to be with me tonight at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time for Success Never Sleeps with my sponsors, Rainmaker, LC Accounting, Kids Love Life Skills, My Studio, the app, and Market Muscles. Join me tonight. Have your questions, and we're going to make this happen. right? Personal development is going to be the big theme of the evening. Scott inspired me today, so I want to be ever mindful of that. You small business owners, you entrepreneurs should be investing heavily into your personal development because you are the architect of your business. You are the storyteller of your business. Cool? So it's really important for me to share that with you, and I want to offer you that. On the flip side, where am I going to be? I'm going to be at the Market Muscles Marketing Conference in Suffolk, Virginia. I'll be the keynote speaker. I'm going to be talking about community-based marketing. That's this weekend, January 18th and 19th. If I got that right, 17th, 18th. Sorry if I got that wrong, but I will be there. So that's coming up. And just don't forget, God loves you. And you got to love yourself. And again, not in an egotistical, narcissistic way. Love yourself with a deep sense of humility, with a deep sense of gratitude, with a deep acceptance for our strengths as well as our weaknesses, because all of it makes us up who we are. And that's a pretty beautiful thing, I think, nonetheless. Because we as human beings are capable of such amazing joy, but we're also capable of doing such awful things. And that's a condition of being human. And if I can wake up every day with a deep sense of acceptance, love, and gratitude for myself, then I offer myself the opportunity to be a better version of myself each and every day. Cool? So I'll see everybody tonight, 7:30 Pacific Standard Time, where we have Success Never Sleeps, giving away a cotton candy machine, courtesy of Rainmaker. But be there tonight. We're going to be hanging out, and love my sponsors. Stephen Reinstein of Market Muscles, Letitia Craps of LC Marketing, Scott and the gang at Rainmaker,